What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend or weekday, depends on when you're watching this. But we are in the beginning of November and we still have clear blue skies, which is nice but odd. So before we get into what we're going over today, I want to ask you guys to go down below and give the video a like if you like what you see. And then go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there's a lot of things coming up. I usually go over that at the end, but I feel like I need to change that. So you're going to hear it now. So what I want to go over today is the 5 things I hate about this truck. Now, mind you, I don't hate this truck. I love this truck. I don't want to replace this truck. I don't want anything to happen to it. But with everything, you know, you love it, you hate it. There's always going to be something, right? So the first thing I hate is more of a platform thing with these trucks. Not necessarily this truck, but it's happened. So the factory turbos on these trucks are garbage. Just going to put that out there. The actuator sticks, it's just bad news. So the only way to fix that is to sink a bunch of money into a new turbo setup. You could replace it and go to another VGT setup, but there's a lot more fun to be had if you didn't. So another thing I hate about this truck is it's a manual. It's a 6-speed. No matter how much power I put there, it's not going to translate there very well because it takes a month to shift this thing. So I know there's guys out there that do make them pretty quick. That is kind of my goal, but for right now, one of the things I do hate about this thing is it's kind of a turd. It's kind of a turd. Even though we dynoed this thing, it's probably been about 1.5 years now, and we've changed the tuning since. But when we dynoed it, it dynoed at 528. So you'd think that'd be enough. Turns out it is until you have to shift gears. Which brings me to my third thing about this truck is the gearing. The rear gear in this truck is a 243 gear on a 37-inch tire, and that is just a recipe for slow. That is like the freeway flyer gear for this truck on stock tires, which would be fine. It still wouldn't be optimal for power or towing, really. The 342s are kind of a bastard gear, but it would get down the road. The only good thing about it is this thing will get down the road cruising pretty happy at like 80. I don't do that. So that's another thing I hate about this truck. The fourth thing, right? I think we're on number 4. This truck's 12 years old now. It's got 278,000 miles on it. I'm not afraid to tell you that. It started life as a work truck and it shows it. So the thing that I hate about it is this tailgate. I hate this tailgate, and I've been looking for a nice one. I picked up the black one that you see in other videos that's in the garage right now, but it's just got as many problems as this one does. You can see it's got, dents, and it's not perfect. It's not bad, but for what I want to do with the truck, it's not good. And being that it was a work truck, it has seen some stuff. Given that is probably the worst part of it, but it's still there and it bugs the hell out of me. I'm trying to do as much as I can with this truck before I send it to a body shop and have the body work done, because right now I don't see the point in that. So the fifth thing, right? I guess this is going to be kind of short, but the fifth thing I really don't like, and this is I did this to myself. I don't have a winter set. We went with 14 wides year round. We ran 12 wides before, just bumped up to 14s this last year. I want to say spring-ish, but there is no keeping this thing clean now. I mean, we just went down the road and the mirrors are trashed. Everything else is trashed. So keeping this thing clean anymore, it's not going to happen. It's kind of sad, but it's just not going to happen. So coming up with 5 things I hate about this truck isn't easy because there's not much I hate about it. Yeah, it's 12 years old and it's showing its age. It's starting to, which means there's a lot more work to be done to try to keep up on it, which is great because I have videos for you guys, content for you guys. If it was a new truck, I wouldn't be able to do that. It's hard to find 5 things about this truck that I hate because I generally love this truck. There's nothing wrong with it other than the fact it's 12 years old and it's showing its age, which means I have a lot of work to do on it to try to keep it up to snuff, try to keep it nice. And also, it was a work truck for most of its life before I got my hands on it, so I'm trying to get the work truck stink off of it, which is difficult on itself. So to kind of piggyback on the 5 things I hate, so why not tell you guys the 5 things I love about this thing? There's more than 5, but they kind of go hand in hand. I hate the factory turbo. Right, I already told you guys that. But that opens up a whole can of worms on what you can actually do with these things when you go through and you throw a different charger on it. So right now, this has got a S367 3rd gen kit. Basically, it's a kit to delete the factory VGT and get a fixed vane turbo on it. So the 367 that's on it, it's not a complete powerhouse. I mean, it does make a little bit of power, but I do want to put a big old 5-blade on there. And then the transmission, right? I said I hated the transmission because it was slow. Yeah, it's slow, but I'm not spending $6,000 every 2 years to rebuild or replace a 48 or a 68. So I don't mind that it takes a while to shift. Actually, I like shifting my own gears. The only thing that sucks is the clutch. It's got a twin disc south bend, which that's one of the things I'm going to try to change sooner than later, let's say. Third thing. Yeah, I bought 14 wides. I don't hate them. I love them. The truck's got an 8-inch lift, actually, believe it or not, on 37-inch tires, and you wouldn't know it because even being up, the 14 wides give it a lower look. It's kind of a, what I like. It's wide, it's a little tall, it's not retarded, it sits about perfect for me, right? Oh, the 4th thing. I think the 4th thing I went over was the body work. Okay, I hate a dinged up body, but if anything happens to it, that's just another dent. Rather than going and spending thousands to have it redone, painted, and have the dents fixed and all that stuff fixed, and then getting a dent or a scratch, I don't mind letting it go right now because it is what it is. Not to sound too cheesy, but the 5th thing I love about this truck is generally the community that comes with it. We all know that these Dodge trucks are the best ones on the road. We get done with 6 what other companies can't get done with 8. We still have a manual transmission up until, what was it, 19 or 20? You guys can let me know in the comments which year that was, but I think it was 20. And they're still steel. Your Fords are aluminum. I'm pretty sure Chevy went aluminum too. These are steel trucks. So that's kind of where I go with that. I hope you guys found something useful out of that. If nothing else, it was fun. I like being able to show you guys things and talk about things, and this is kind of a fun little subject because not everybody is going to jump on a computer or a camera and tell you what they hate about their truck. A lot of people do it, not everybody. So I urge you guys to do it yourselves too. OKC67, he made a video a while ago about newer channels. Get out there and start it. Just do it. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, but you have to take the first step in doing it. And things like this, get out there, walk around your truck, talk about it. There is a huge community out there, so you will find your spot. Anyway, thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.